Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I wanted to show you the beginnings of a new project that I'm making with the Christmas Village set from Shabby Art Boutique that's available through membership in the craft room. This Christmas set has lots of beautiful Christmas decorated kind of Victorian homes and shops. It has the North Pole, Santa Claus, Christmas trees, holly, all sorts of things. And I got this tray for $5 at the Dollar Tree, and I thought it would be perfect to decorate the inside of it and the edges and all with lace to depict our Christmas village. So the first thing I need to do, because this is wider than my standard printout pieces of paper, just a little bit. I'm just gonna go around the edge here with some white chalk paint, and that'll hide any of this color around the edges. It doesn't have to be neat. Just put it on there so that it covers the edges. Today I'm working on printing out some of the fussy cuts. I'm printing them and cutting them on my Cricut. So I should be able to complete this project and complete my video and share it with you before the day's over. I want to get this paint on here first so it could dry, and then I'll be printing out the sheets that I'm going to use to decorate the background, and then the fussy cuts and ribbons, lace, whatever else that I decide to add on here to make it a pretty Christmas decoration. And my plan is that maybe it would just lean up against a wall, or in my case, the brick on the mantle of my fireplace. It could be made to hang, but I'm going to make it just to sit up and be pretty in my Christmas decorations. So there, we've covered the edges, and that's enough because the papers will cover the center here. So I'm going to go clean out my brush and continue printing until I'm ready to show you that. I'll be back soon. Hi, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm back to show you what I have made with the Christmas Village collection from Shabby Art Boutique for craft room members only. This is a beautiful kit which consists of many house and shop designs, accessories such as trees, ornaments, poinsettias, bows, holly, all sorts of things for Christmas. I had showed you previously on this video the tray that I was going to use. I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it was already done white and distressed, and it had a Thanksgiving scene in the back, and I used this chalk paint around the edge and to cover the back so that it wouldn't show through on the edges or through my paper. I used the chalk paint. You could use any kind of acrylic paint, but I used this because I had ordered it to try on another project, and I wanted to see how it worked. Okay, to be honest with you, I've done this video once and forgot to turn the video on, so here I go again. I guess I talked to myself for 20 minutes, and so here we go again. What I did, I wanted to have a town and then the North Pole, Santa's village in the background. So the houses over here are closer in, these are farther back, so that it gives the illusion of walking along here through these gates and on back to this other village. The first thing I did was pick the background papers, and this side here was one whole sheet with this design already on it. The North Pole sign and lampposts, and the houses and a couple of trees. And so on this side, starting here, I chose just a plain background that had just the sky and snow that fit in with what I was doing on this side. Then I wanted to have houses and shops in the foreground. So I took one of the pages that had these two houses on it, and I used my Cricut to resize it. I did the print and cut. I resized these to the height that I wanted them to be, and printed them out and let the Cricut cut them out for me so that they look like they're closer in. This is the street that they're on, and you go back into the village. I wanted trees on back here in the background. This one was printed on this page. These trees here, I used the print and cut and printed these out. And then when I knew where I wanted my houses, I slipped them in behind so that they would stick up behind the houses. And then I glued the houses down. Now the whole idea on this is to have dimension, to have this look closer, this farther away, and then the accessories are all mounted on the double sticky foam tape so that they stand out. I wanted to raise the houses up enough that this snow ground was still here so I could put my little trees, the potted trees, and my tree with the street sign and my telephone booth down at the edge of the tray. And instead of, I was going to use sparkly snow, but instead of doing that, I decided to use my, this is really fine, white lace. And I did it on the ground here and on the edge of the overhang of the roof design. I could have put it in other places, but I didn't have any more, so I just left that snow like it was. This is garland across here on this house, and it has little ball ornaments on it. So I used my little stick-on pearls to give those dimension. And the bow up here this window had a wreath on it, but you couldn't see it very well. And so I decided to put this pretty bow, and I just glued it down and pulled up the edges. I wanted some little people in my pattern, and there wasn't any in this particular kit. So I went looking through Shabby Art Boutique's kits that I have in my files, and I found these little girls in the Home for Christmas digital kit. I had to size them down. Again, I used my Cricut, and I brought the file over, sized it down to where they would be the size, and they're tiny compared to the size that they were on the digital design. But I sized them down so they were the right size to go with these buildings that I have on here. I used the Cricut to cut them out, and then I used double sticky foam to put them on here. One of them is coming out of her house to go shopping. The other one has been shopping for a little Christmas tree. This one is by the street sign here, and this one is by the phone booth. This tree was added on, and I glued it straight down, and then the phone booth is on the double sticky foam tape, as are all these other little pieces. I wanted to decorate the lamp post, so I used some holly, and again, it's on the double sticky foam. And then I tied a bow with my baker's twine, pink and white stripe. This Santa was in this Christmas Village collection, and he was much larger. Again, I used the Cricut to downsize it and print and cut. and I made him the right size to be in between his village and these houses. Kind of the size that kind of went with these little girls. He's standing out there greeting people, I guess, to his village. And up in the corner here, I wanted to have some of these ornaments look like they were dangling down. So I just did a collage of the ornaments and graduated to smaller sizes as I came down. I glued these down, but I didn't glue the whole thing, so that there's a little bit of dimension here. I tucked in some holly along the way down so that it would be a collage. And these two little lines of gold here are my stickles, and that's to represent the string that they're hanging on. I put a lace bow up here in the corner and added on a pink seam binding crinkled bow in the center of it. Then this corner looked empty, so I put a piece of holly over here and just glued down the berries and pulled up the leaves. This lace around the edge I used just to frame the whole thing, and it's cut in 4 pieces. I cut each end at an angle and glued each piece on separately, and by cutting it at an angle like that, on all the sides, it looks like it comes together and is one continuous piece around. The last thing I did was I wanted to use this. I had just bought this, and I saw it in a video, and I don't remember where, but this is called Sheer Shimmer Craft Spray Sparkle, and it's water based, I guess, and it has tiny little sparkles in it. And so I wanted that to be all over this whole page, and it's little pump spray. And when I sprayed it on too much, and I thought I had ruined the whole thing at the very end because it's wet and it caused the paper to wrinkle up. And so I was a little upset over that, but when I came and looked at it this morning, it was flattened back out. But I would caution you, if you're using this on paper, to spray it lightly, let that dry, and if you want more, spray it lightly again in really fine layers until you get it like you want it, so your paper doesn't wrinkle up. My idea was to use this as a Christmas decoration that could just stand up like on a mantle and lean back against the wall, or something like that. Also, you could glue ribbon on the back and hang it on the wall. And I'm thinking I may do that here in the craft room because I don't have any more sitting space, and it would be pretty on the wall in here. So that's all I have to share with you on this kit today. If you're interested in membership in the craft room and access to some of these extra special patterns, you can go to the website that I have linked in my description and get on a waiting list. I believe that a membership opens up again in November. It's fun. It's a fun group. Lots of interaction and sharing of projects, and some of these patterns that I show you are exclusive to that group. I hope you've had a good day, are having a good day. It's actually morning here. Always look for the joy in each day and share it with others you meet along the way. I think there's several ways to find happiness in this world. One is to do things like this, which makes me really happy. It makes me happy to share it with you and give you some idea of how my process of putting it together, which might inspire you to make something similar. That warms my heart to think that someone might be inspired by my work. But another way to find happiness is to reach out and serve others who are in need of maybe a smile or a friendly touch, or just even a text to let someone know you're thinking of them, means all the world to people who are going through tough times. Even if you're going through a tough time, this is a way to help you find happiness with whatever situation that you're in. There's something there to be happy about. So have a good rest of the day. I'm going to go off and work on some more projects with this kit. I just love it. And there's so many possibilities, and I hope I can find the time to do all the things that I want to do. So have a good day, and I'm going to go get busy, and I'll see you soon.